this is kind of part one on possibly a 3-part series on a well, this is the last freshwater aquascape I get to do. So yeah, this is me starting from scratch. After this, any freshwater aquascapes that I do are either going to be from clients, or they're just going to be me rescaping the tanks I have, whichever I have permission to do and time to video. Let's get to it.
Hey everybody, well, I'm gonna start my little aquascaping venture now. It's a Fluval Accent. It's rated at 25 gallons, though the dimensions are 29.8 gallons. However, I imagine the filter, inlet, whatever, takes up that many gallons. So, I didn't buy the stand for it, so I'm gonna have to make the stand. This is my last big freshwater aquascape. So, Chris, where are you going? Kitten! No! Come back! Ah!
So first, to start off with a really basic stand top. Yeah, not really much to say here. The edges are what support the weight. Keep that in mind. So, now that I have everything set up that way, I begin the water fill. Yep, the water fill is going to take a while, but it's also a really good time to make sure that everything is leak proof and doesn't bust out when you fill it absolute max, which I'm going to do. Haha! So now that everything is filled, no leaks, I'm going to turn on the filter, make sure the filter is also leak proof. Let it run for a while.
Something pretty cool about the Fluval that I didn't really think that they would do is they included their own inline CO2. Like, it's already there. I just had to plug canister up to this little doodad, and yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. Well, we'll see how this is holding up by tomorrow.
So now that at least the top part of the stand works, I'm going to start cutting off the sides for the legging of the stands. This is not only the maximum length of the legs, as well as cutting off some for the interior portions. The interior portions are actually what's going to hold your weight, so make sure you cut right. I had an incident of basically one of my tape measures after so long turned out to be about a 1/4 inch off. So yeah, try to stick to the exact same tape measure used to make your exact measurements, or else you're gonna run into a lot of problems. So at this point, I'm just gonna kind of screw in little parts and stuff, trying to make the leggings straight onto a certain line. There's a lot of measuring going on with this. Seriously, check out some of the videos by the King of DIY. Seriously, he will give you a more in-depth kind of thing. I'm an experienced woodworker. This is just kind of...
Alright, here I am at the stand I've been working on. Some parts I didn't really show. But right now, got everything flipped on the side. Added second support braces. And the inside. Basically the idea on that is all the weight is not going to be distributed on the outside frame. The outside frame is just kind of to hold the shape. The inside of it though, that's where all the weight's going to go. All that pressure is going to force down on those. So by having that inside brace, make everything a lot easier to do. Next thing I'm working on right now that I have it flipped on its side, taking some rubber matting. And if I can even get that, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm basically going to attach these to the bottom of here. And because they will compress, they will kind of squish down. It will help level it. It'll also not ruin my hardwood floors that these things go on. Simple as that. I am almost finished.
So, yeah, once I got everything screwed in, it doesn't have to be exact. Literally, they just have to be there. And now everything's ready to go. So, I'm going to kind of prime it up with some Rust-Oleum. Idea is waterproof it, and here we go. And now, yeah, everyone needs some stress relief. So, I went to the Axe Bar. It's pretty fun. Get drunk, throw axes at a target. Yeah. So then I got the tank in, the stand in, everything set up.
Alright,
Ready to
so
begin.
there's this. Alright. And then this beautiful little thing right here, which is an auto drain system. Fucking love this thing.
So now I'm going to begin cleaning it out. Main thing is from the inside, just use a little bit of vinegar on some nice paper towels. Kind of clean out that factory film, moam, whatever you want to call it. The factory disgustingness that comes with the tank. You just want to clean all that out. A little bit of vinegar does the trick. Don't go overboard. Please don't. Vinegar's easy to get rid of. It will metabolize inside your tank. It'll be fine. Trust me. So next, I'm going to add a little bit of organic potting soil. Normally I use earthworm castings, but this time around, this is just something I had laying around. I figured, why not? I'll dump some in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I dump some in, let it kind of moisten up a little bit, spread it around with the sand leveler. By the way, that's not a mystery tool, that's what it's called, a sand leveler. It's amazing. You can see me using that in order to get everything kind of nice and neat and in order. You can really just kind of see me just kind of spreading around, making sure chunks are in places, everything is kind of spread evenly throughout the entire base layer. It's very important to kind of get this going, especially if you're going to use soil, is to get everything leveled out at first. I know you might try to do hills and stuff later on, but it's really that bottom coat that's going to leach up into the substrate. No matter how big that hill is, you're still going to kind of want this to be already done. Better now than later, meaning basically never. So after I got everything capped, I started playing with the hardscape. I had some driftwood, dragonstone, some other stone. Basically, I'm play around with it until I get everything feeling the way I want. So now I've added some bricks. Yep, a brick and a chunk of brick in order to make myself a little layer onto the substrate. So that way I can make this gigantic hill that I am planning. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle some in, mold it back towards the back. Again, it's really not that big of a deal. This is going to prevent anoxic areas. It's also going to save me on substrate. So now I'm just going to rip open another bag of Eco Complete and start dumping that in jar by jar, until I have everything looking the way I really, really want it to. Ultimately, it's all up to you how you want it to look, but after some fidgeting and after some measuring and using up the entire second bag, I'm now where I want it. Also started adding a little bit of carping plants. This is very helpful.
So, well, yeah. You guys, that pretty much wraps it up for the hardscape and everything else on this. So until I get everything planted and fill it up, I'll see you guys next time. I guess one of the points I didn't mention was I'm not filling it up entirely just yet, for the sole purpose of I kind of want that driftwood to kind of slowly become waterlogged, slowly kind of build in and everything before just fill it up, and then chunks of driftwood just kind of rise up and just kind of ruin the entire hardscape itself. Yeah, little by little and being patient pays off a lot, especially in this hobby.